says, it is sown a perishable body, means buried. Whatever you bury is perishable. And it is raised an imperishable body. Or in some Bibles it says, it is sown a corruptible body and it is raised an incorruptible. It means the same thing. Perishable or incorruptible, incorruptible. It means the same thing. So what is sown is perishable, this, and is raised an imperishable body. It is sown, means buried, in dishonor and is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. It is sown a physical body and it is raised a spiritual body. Very easy. You don't need a dictionary for that. You don't need a DD to explain. Am I right, my child? It is sown a physical body. You understand? This body, physical. It is raised a spiritual body, intangible. This is the tangible body, there will be intangible. This is physical, there will be spiritual. It's not like this. So look, this is what Paul says. Do we agree with that? Everybody does. I also agree. Because I look, God can do it if He wants to. Bring us all physically from Adam to eternity. He can. From the elements He can bring you together again. If He wants to. He can. I believe He can. But I said, look, this is not the way. This is not what the scripture, this is not what Jesus said. This is not what Paul said. This is not what Muhammad said. Because physically, if you all get up from Adam to eternity, till doomsday, they won't be standing room on this earth.
Yes, yes.
And then this body needs food and liquid. And you will be simmering in your own Turkish bath, you know. Up to your neck you'll be in it. Am I right? You will drink, you will eat, and there's no place to sit down, to excrete even. You'll be just standing, like sheep and goats, you know. We'll be in our own mess. I said, no. 1 billion souls can be accommodated in this little room. 1 billion. And we won't be colliding with one another. The mind of man doesn't occupy space. Your mind, my mind, million minds, souls, they don't occupy any space. They are beyond time and space. So, this is going to be a spiritual resurrection. You'll be real, but not physical. See, spiritual, not tangible. Something you can feel and, no. This is what we believe about the resurrection. So I said, that's what Paul says. And now I say, I agree with him 100%. Now, the reason why he's thinking like that is because his experience was spiritual. His own experience. You remember he was on the way to Damascus. And on the Damascus road, he saw a vision of Jesus Christ. There was a great light, and he heard the voice speaking to him in the Hebrew tongue, saying, Saul, Saul, why persecutest thou me? Why kickest thyself against the pricks? What do you persecute? Who are you, Lord? He said, I'm Jesus. So he saw a vision of Jesus. He didn't meet him physically, like I'm meeting Mr. Hutton. You know, tangible as I'm touching him. No, it wasn't like that. It was a spiritual experience. The people that were with him, he says, they saw the light, but they didn't hear the voice. You can see it only appeared to him. Like some of us, you know, we might be worked up, and you see ghosts in the room, yeah. You can talk to them. So your granny, you're talking to her. And you are watching this. Where? He said, no, there's yes. You're talking to her. So it appears to you, but doesn't appear to us. That means it's not tangible. It's not physical. If it was physical, then there's something wrong with me. If you see and I don't see. But things that are intangible, it can appear. Your mind maybe is overwrought, you know, worked up. Or maybe it's you're so fine, you're so subtle that you can see subtle things which I can't. We are too crude for that. You see? So now, he sees, no, he doesn't say he sees. He says Jesus appeared to him. It appeared to him. He appeared. He didn't meet him, he appeared to him. Right. So because of his personal experience, he's thinking everybody had the same experience. So he said, and he appeared to Peter, and he appeared to the 12, and he appeared to the 500, and he last of all appeared to me. See, he keeps on repeating the word appeared, appeared, because it appeared to him, he thinks everybody had that apparition that they saw. They didn't meet Jesus.
It's not a physical meeting.
Right. Because his knowledge was like that. He hadn't met Jesus in his life. Paul, never. He didn't see Jesus, he didn't know what Jesus looked like. In his 14 books, he never mentioned the mother of Jesus. That's how he was born. He's only philosophizing, theorizing. He doesn't give any details about the crucifixion, not one word. What happened and how? Nothing. He's only developing a theology upon the death and resurrection of Jesus. That he heard the man died and he woke up again. Said, what? In what form? He said, spiritual, because he saw spiritually. We find Jesus also telling us the same thing. In Luke chapter 20, verse 36. You see, the Jews came to him with a poser, with a riddle. They are always coming to him with posers and riddles. Trying to make a fool of him. Master, must we pay tribute to Caesar or not? Master, this woman we caught her in the act, what must we do to her? Master, we would have a sign of thee. Again and again. They're coming to him, somehow to embroil him somewhere, trip him somewhere along the line. Now they come to him, they say, Master, Rabbi of the Hebrew language. He said, there was a woman among us, a Jewess, and she had 7 husbands, according to a Jewish practice. If one husband dies, leaving no offspring, then the second brother takes her to wife. And when he fails, the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh. 7 guys had this one woman, one after another. But there was no problem, because it was all one by one. And in time, the woman died, and the men died. There was no problem. They want to know from Jesus that at the resurrection, which guy is going to have her? Because they all had her here. He experienced her, as a wife. So naturally, everybody has got that personal feeling toward the woman. So in heaven, everybody waking up simultaneously. 7 guys. They see this woman, everybody say, my fro, my wife, ungami, my sweetheart, my dad. Everybody is thinking he is the only one who knows her as a wife. So, because 7 guys going for this one woman, there will be a war in heaven between the brothers for this one woman. Because as far as everyone is concerned, he's the only one who's supposed to know her as a wife. So which guy is going to have her on the other side? That's the question. Poser, they're putting to Jesus. In answer to that, Jesus says, neither shall they die anymore. Meaning that once they are resurrected, they will be immortalized. This is a mortal body which has got its mortal needs: food, shelter, clothing, sex, rest. Without these, no Englishman, no Indian, no African, nobody. We need all these things to survive, to multiply. That body is an immortal body. No food, no shelter, no clothing, no sex, no rest. Not of the type that we know. Neither shall they die anymore, for they are equal unto the angels. Meaning that they will be angelized, they will be spiritualized, they will be spiritual creatures, they will be spirits. The resurrected bodies will be spirits, for they are equal unto the angels and the children of God. Such are the children of the resurrection, such spirits. Agree? That's what Jesus said. The resurrected bodies will be spirits. Paul says they'll be spirits. You say they'll be spirits. I say they'll be spirits. Right. Resurrection, spiritual. Now let us see what actually happened. Jesus returns to that upper room where they had the Last Supper after his alleged crucifixion. He goes in and he wishes his disciples in the Hebrew language, Shalom Aleichem, which means peace be unto you, freedom for Yalla. That's the Jewish way. Muslim way, he says Salam Alaikum, peace be unto you. Same as Hebrew. This is Shalom, this is Salam. Same word, meaning the same thing. He said, peace be unto you. And when he said, peace be unto you, his disciples were terrified. I'm asking, why were they terrified? Because when you meet your long-lost master, your uncle, your grandfather, what do? You're happy, elated. And we Eastern people, we embrace one another and we kiss one another. The Jew, the Arab. That's what we do.
No.
But instead of doing that to Jesus, they're terrified. So why were they terrified? So Luke tells us that they were affrighted because they thought he was a spirit. Am I right?